my dear students. So we were doing chapter 4, factors of production, and in the last class we have discussed about land. So today we will discuss about labor. So what we will discuss today? Meaning of labor and characteristics of labor. And number 2, division of labor. And number 3 we will discuss reason for low efficiency of labor. Labor refers to human efforts, both physical and mental, involved in the process of production. In common practice, labor refers to work done by manual workers like agricultural laborers, factory workers, etc. In economics, labor does not mean physical work only. It also includes mental work of people such as clerks, teachers, accountants, etc. Any form of physical or mental work done in the production of goods and services for earning income is called labor. Now, any kind of work done out of love and affection or for pleasure, like a teacher teaching his own child, or work done by housewives for family members, is not considered as labor. Now we will discuss about the main characteristics of labor. Labor is regarded as the most crucial factor in its own way. Labor is an active factor, whereas other factors of productions like land, capital are passive factors. Now these are passive factors as labor is required to operate them. Land and capital can be used only when labor is employed on them. So labor is an active factor. Number 2, human factor. Now labor is considered to be human factor, therefore many human and psychological considerations such as moral, ethical, motivation, devotion, laziness, etc. play an important part while dealing with labor. Number 3, highly perishable. Labor cannot be stored for longer period of time. It is highly perishable. Now, for example, if a labor is unemployed for long period of time, what will happen? It will physically and mentally affect a labor. Therefore, labor is wasted by sitting idle and doing nothing. Number 4, mobility of labor. Now, laborers can change their place, they can change their work according to their own wish. Now, if they find a suitable job, so they can leave their present job and they can join the job which is suitable for them. So we can say that there is a mobility of labor, means they are free to change their job and their place of residence. Number 5, trade unions. Workers or laborers can combine together in forming trade unions. They can combine together in trade unions to get an increase in their wages and salaries and to improve their working condition. Now laborers have low bargaining power, but they can increase their bargaining power through trade unions. So these were main characteristics of labor. Now let us move on to the next topic. Division of labor. Division of labor refers to the method of organizing production where the work required to produce a product is divided into different specialized tasks, with different workers specializing in each task. Now, if a work is divided into different workers with their different skills, the work will be efficiently done, as well as there will be development in the skills of a labor also. So, division of labor is the most important factor in the production of goods and service. Now let's see some of the advantages of division of labor. Number 1, division of labor allows each person to do what he can do the best. Number 2, division of labor increases the efficiency of labor through constant practices. Now if a worker does one work again and again, obviously it will increase his efficiency. Number 3, improvement in the quality of product. Now efficiency of labor will automatically improve the quality of product which a producer is producing. Now we'll discuss some of the reasons for low efficiency of labor. Number 1, traditional and less efficient techniques. The productivity of labor depends significantly on the types of technologies with which workers work. With no access to the latest technologies, efficiency of labor is bound to be low. Number 2, lack of highly trained labor force. Now as we know, many of the laborers are uneducated, and lack of formal education and vocational training and absence of high standard of education, the level of their understanding is low. So with the limited knowledge, what will happen? It will decrease the efficiency of labor. Next one is low wages. Efficiency of labor is influenced by the wages earned by them. Most of the workers in India get low wages, and that is the reason their standard of living is low. They are not able to get adequate and balanced diet. They cannot afford adequate medical facilities. As a consequence, workers are not healthy and agile. So therefore, workers are less efficient. Now the last one, absence of adequate social security scheme. There is lack of free medical and hospitalization schemes in many sectors, which makes labor feel insecure. And also in many sectors, there is no unemployment relief schemes, no pension schemes. So these threats leads to low efficiency of labor. So today we have discussed labor and its meaning, main characteristics of labor, division of labor, and at the last, reason for low efficiency of labor. So this way we complete this chapter. So stay at home, stay protected. Thank you, students.